Hi there, my name is Lola and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi, please kindly subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for clicking on this video. Now you read the title right, we are going to be talking about quarter-life crisis. Being in this stage of life is not the easiest, and that's one thing I have come to realize. Hi there, if you are new, I recently graduated from the University of Ilorin, December 2022. And I have been facing life's realities since January. So I entered this year basically starting life afresh and all those good things. Because when you're in school, technically, you're not in the real life yet. Now, quick note that before I graduated school, I was actually going through what we call the fifth life crisis. In case you don't know what the fifth life crisis is, it's basically an overwhelming sense of anxiety of life after school, like your plans after school, and basically the meaning of life after school. I did not know this at that stage. I did not know I was going through any crisis or anything until like this period when I realized, oh, am I going through a quarter life crisis? I actually did not even know that quarter life crisis was a thing. You might be asking, Lola, what is quarter life crisis? My dear, I am going to answer you. According to Google, the quarter life crisis is quite similar to that of the midlife crisis. Quarter life crisis is usually a period of uncertainty and questioning where people usually feel trapped, uninspired, and disillusioned, usually in their 20s to early 30s. And just like most things, we have stages of quarter life crisis. Stages in quarter life crisis are anger. Anger is usually the first stage of a life crisis. Second, we have replay. That's where you keep replaying things in your head that you're not even meant to. Third, we have depression. I know almost everybody in this life we are right now are like, oh, depression. Four, we have withdrawals. Withdrawal is, to me, is like the saddest part of life crisis. But like we have withdrawal, that's when you withdraw from every single thing. It's usually very sad. And the fifth stage is acceptance. Now I'm not doing this video to say that, oh, I have reached my acceptance stage, because quite frankly I don't know if I have, but I am glad I am making this video, because once I feel like I'm free to talk about it, it then proves that I have sort of come to a stage where I'm comfortable talking about it. Now I'm going to be talking about the signs that you are actually going through a quarter life crisis. The first sign I'll talk about is the sign where you're not sure what to do with your life. I don't even know. So, like I said, I finished school December 2022, and obviously I knew what to do in my life, but you know this stage where you don't also know what to do with your life. Like, you know what comes next. After school, you work, you try to get your life stable, but do you actually know what you want to do with your life? And after school, I felt like I knew what I wanted to do in my life. Obviously, I wanted to work in my field, I wanted to work in my profession. The first sign basically is you don't know what to do with your life, which is fine. It's fine. It's just fine. The second sign is you are itching for a change. Nobody has itched for a change. I'm not competing, but like, I needed a change. I felt like I needed a change. It felt like I was too stagnant. And even this year, I would say up until this month, and I'm filming this in July, I still felt like I needed a change. It felt like my life was on repeat. I would do the same thing over and over and over, and it just felt like I needed to change. It felt like I was doing the same thing. It felt like I did not know what to do to be more out there. It just felt like I was in a circle. I was going through a roller coaster. And if you are feeling that way, the third sign is your relationships are fluctuating more than usual. Now, when I say relationship, I'm not saying only you and your partner's relationship. I'm talking about relationship with your family. I'm talking about relationship with your friend. I'm talking about relationship with people. I'm talking about relationship with God. I'm talking about relationship with food. Basically, any relationship you're in, if your relationship is fluctuating more than usual, like more than usual, more than the normal, more than the Yeah. This year, I think I started blaming myself eventually. Basically, mine was relationship with people, relationship with food, and relationship with myself. Basically, I would say somewhat. Let's just use people in general. I had to like sit down, and that's when I realized, oh, my relationship with food and my relationship with myself too has been wonky. Yeah. Normally, I'm not the biggest fan of food. I don't like to eat that much. I'm not the foodie. Like, you would rarely catch me eating that kind of thing. This year, it got worse. Food started to irritate me, basically. The fourth thing is you are experiencing the feeling of social isolation. Am I making sense? Let me explain. When you feel lonely, like more than the usual, you feel like you are alone, you feel isolated socially, and you're not actually even, the crazy thing is you probably are not even socially isolated, but you have that feeling. There's an ick to it. I was battling with myself, feeling more lonely than I always do. I'm already working on that, thankfully, because I don't feel as lonely as I would normally feel, and I am grateful for that. I think this is the fifth thing, is you feel like you need to find a purpose. Now, everybody needs to find a purpose, don't get me wrong, but like, you kind of already know your purpose, so you feeling like you need to find your purpose is not it. Like I said, everybody already has a purpose. Like, you just don't know what your purpose is yet. But when you start to feel like you need to find your purpose, there's a problem. When you feel like you don't necessarily have a purpose. Now, the final sign of quarter life crisis, I think there might be other signs. You feel insecure. Insecurity is a big thing. It's a big deal, especially in my book, because a lot of people feel insecure these days. Yeah, and I feel like everyone has had their own share of insecurity. I have had my own share. These signs are not bad things. They are things people would feel. Like I said, you probably don't even know that you are going through a quarter life crisis, if I'm being honest, because you just feel like these things are normal. They're not normal. There are some tips I've been able to gather through the course of this year. I feel like this 6 months has given me a whole lot of time to like think and reason with myself and work on myself as a person. And I have tips that has helped me through my quarter life crisis. The first tip I would say is to identify your triggers. The signs I gave were most of my triggers. So me identifying that these were my triggers kind of like helped me to know what to look into, to know where to find myself, find what makes you happy. Yeah. In this world, a lot of people are not happy anymore, which is sad. Yeah. But like, you still need to give yourself what will make you happy. And I know that, okay, so also in this economy, in Nigeria especially, most things that make you happy is money. And like, the money will come. Don't worry, the money will come. But you have to look for things to make you happy, to kind of like help. For me, the things that I realized helped me was being around people. Let me tell you guys a quick story. So I'm a copper currently. I'm serving Nigeria. I am serving Nigeria right now. And so we do community service once a week. My community service days are Wednesday, and which is one of the days I tend to meet people. Now, like I said, I'm not the greatest people person, but I have quite a friendly look. So if people see me, they tend to want to talk to me. Yeah. I met 2 girls this last Wednesday and we just connected. Which I was telling my friend Timlade, it's very rare for me to connect with people, but it felt, mind you, we did not exchange contacts or anything, but it just felt good to be able to relate to people, to be able to talk to people that would understand you. That felt good. Right now, the stage I am in, working kind of makes me happy. I don't know how to explain that, but it just kind of does. Another thing is I started online courses. The happiness that comes from you finishing a course and getting certified, nothing compared to it. I started watching a lot of Netflix. Yeah, I started watching a lot of Netflix. Like, it's just ridiculous. And I felt, another thing I felt like I did, but I don't know if that was a good thing, was pushing back on YouTube. So YouTube started affecting my mental health. That's weird. So like, I kind of like stopped posting on YouTube for a while, but you guys might not have noticed. And if you do, Drop that for me in the comment section. Another tip I would like to give is incorporate self-care. This year, I have cared for myself, and I'm not saying only physical care, I mean also mental care. I would pray. Guys, you guys don't know how praying helps you to become yourself. You just feel happy when I just feel happy when I pray. Praying to me helps. It's one of my own self-care. If you guys are not following my skincare Sundays, check it out. Another thing is speak to people who have gone through these things before. This was hard for me because I don't open up as much. I actually don't open much. I don't open up. I don't actually open up. So meeting people was not it for me. I was talking to Timlade, my friend, about it. We would constantly talk about what we're going through, trying to encourage each other, we're going through it together. So if you need people to talk to, you could always message me on Instagram, or just drop me a comment. We could talk, we could link up. My Instagram would be, I think, my Instagram is always there if you ever want to reach out. Another thing is work a side hustle. Some people get this quarter-life crisis from their work, and I know I said working makes me happy. The final thing I would say to someone who is going through a quarter-life crisis is to trust the discomfort. Just trust it. Our current pain, sadness, depression, and other things serve a purpose. It's a preparation of what is yet to come. So just trust the discomfort. Everything is going to be fine. I promise you. It's just timing. It's actually just timing. I'm not going through my own quarter life crisis, but I've gotten to the acceptance stage, and I don't think I've been more. It has been eye-opening. Definitely, it has been eye-opening for me. In conclusion, I would say life crises, to be honest, are just temporary. They're not permanent. You make do of what you have. If you want it to last a while, it's on you. If you want it to last longer, it's also on you. These life crises are only temporary. They were not made to last forever. Don't give up. Don't give up. It ends when you feel more comfortable with yourself and you begin to accept it. Perhaps even welcome what life has in store for you. We can't change life. We can't change reality. Whatever life throws, that's what you're going to make out of it. That's basically all I have on quarter life crisis. If you watch me to this stage and you're not subscribed, please kindly subscribe, because why not? It's free. Give this video a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and all those things. So thank you for watching my video. I hope to see you on my next one. Bye.